The voice is right. The face is right. The office has 12 documented cases of simultaneous call, 7 and OBS, for events, and in all 12, subjects reported the same thing: they could not tell. Not could not tell immediately, could not tell at all, even in retrospect, even after the event was confirmed and explained. In 4 of those 12 cases, the subject's original, the actual person being impersonated, was present in the same room during the event. The subjects chose wrong. The office is not prepared to say what the long-term implications of choosing wrong are. We are prepared to say the choice was made. File number 039. Office of Cross-Event Classification, Classification, Cross-Alpha. Entity designations, call, 7 and OBS, for in simultaneous operation. The first documented cross-alpha event was recorded in 1994, 7 years after call 7's initial classification and 13 years after OBS 4's. The office had theorized the possibility of cross-entity events for several years before the first confirmed case. We were not prepared for the confirmation. If you believe you are currently experiencing a cross-alpha event, that you are in the presence of someone who may be an entity event rather than the person you know, the office requires the following. First, do not make a decision about whether the person is real or not while you are in their presence. Leave the space first. Second, contact someone who knows the person from a separate location and ask something behavioral, not a memory-based question, something physical. How do they hold their coffee cup? What side of the room do they walk to when thinking? Third, note whether the person you are with knew you were going to do this before you did. In the first 3 hours of a cross-alpha event, subjects report a specific texture of wrongness they struggle to locate. The voice is correct. The face is correct. The mannerisms are correct. The wrongness, subjects consistently report, is in the timing, words arriving a fraction of a second ahead of where they should, in a face that is moving correctly but not in sync with the words in the way a human face would be. The office has reviewed footage from 3 cases. In all 3, the desynchronization is below the threshold of conscious detection. Subjects feel it before they know it. By hour 6 of a cross-alpha event, subjects begin adjusting their own behavior to match the impersonation, speaking differently, suppressing reactions, performing their relationship with the person rather than having it. The office believes subjects unconsciously understand they have been presented with something that requires a careful response. By hour 12, in 4 documented cases, subjects report a period of total certainty that the person was real, a certainty that arrived suddenly, lasted approximately 2 minutes, and then reversed completely. The office does not know what happens in those 2 minutes. We know that subjects are different after them. This is not delusional misidentification syndrome. The office has screened all cross-alpha subjects for Capgras and Fregoli variants and found no diagnostic match. This is not a dissociative state. The wrongness subjects report has been verified externally in 3 cases where witnesses were present. This is not a trauma response. Several subjects had no prior trauma history and reported the event in clinical, measured terms. The office is aware that the precision of their reporting may itself be a symptom. We are aware that this awareness may also be a symptom. Cross-alpha 3. Female subject. 41. Reported in 2001 that she had spent 4 hours with someone she believed to be her husband. Her husband was confirmed by independent verification to have been in a different city during those 4 hours. The subject reported the interaction as normal. They cooked dinner, watched television, discussed plans for the following week. Those plans have, over the subsequent years, come to pass. Her husband does not remember making them. He has not disputed them. Cross alpha 9. Male subject. 35. Reported in 2014 that he had been unable to identify which of two people in the same room was the cross alpha event and which was his colleague. He made a choice. He acted on it for 11 minutes before the event resolved. The colleague has not discussed what occurred during those 11 minutes. They remain colleagues at 88 Meridian Avenue, Chicago, Illinois. Their accounts of those 11 minutes match in every detail except one. The office is not publishing which detail that is. The office requires the following prohibitions. Prohibition 1. Do not attempt to test the entity by asking questions only the real person could answer. In 7 cases, the entity provided correct answers. Prohibition 2. Do not tell the entity you believe it is not the person. The office has found that naming the event changes its behavior in ways that have not been safe. Prohibition 3. Do not be alone with someone you are uncertain about for more than 30 minutes. The certainty that arrives around hour 12 is the most dangerous phase. Prohibition 4. Do not act on decisions made during a cross-alpha event, however certain you were when you made them. Submit Form Cross-A before acting on anything agreed to during the event. The office filed its first cross-alpha report in 1994. We have documented 12 confirmed cases. We believe there are more cases in which subjects made the choice and did not notice, or noticed and did not report. The office considers cross-alpha our highest severity classification for a reason we can state simply. In all other entity events, we know what has happened to the subject. In cross-alpha cases where the subject chose the entity, we are not always certain who is telling us about it afterward. The office is aware that you are watching this with someone, or that someone has recently left the room, or that someone is expected to arrive. We are not suggesting that person is an event. We are saying that the office cannot rule it out, and that ruling it out requires more than certainty. Certainty, in cross-alpha events, is a symptom. File 040 is the last transmission the office will send. We have a reason. That transmission follows.